now going up into the attic, up the staircase. Scary. Firstly, the staircase doesn't track the wall. It does at the bottom, but doesn't at the top. So either the wall's bent, but I don't suspect it is, or the staircase is bent. Obviously, none of the floorboards were finished. And here, they've tried to stuff in a piece of wood. Nice piece of MDF to cover that the floorboards haven't been done right. But, of course, the piece of wood is too big. So when they've forced it in, they've damaged the plaster in there. It's actually split the piece of wood and split the plaster below it. And this is where the edge of the plastering was. So as you can see, it's all just been filled, but very, very poorly. Well, it's just wrong. All this MDF, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. No finishing. The other main thing up here is no balustrade whatsoever. As you can see, it's a bit of a death trap if anybody should fall down it onto these stairs. The skirting boards, because they haven't been mitered in corners, they're already pulling apart. That one's bent out. The plastering is generally of a low quality, as we've seen elsewhere. For instance, that is pretty much at a right angle. This one is nowhere near. Small detail, the Veluxes never happened, but this window was stripped, ready for installation. This window wasn't, for some reason, so it still has all the old material around it. But to get that off, probably need to do the replastering. But because it's been plastered anyway, unless these happen to fit perfectly, then that could be a problem, I'm not sure. I'd have to have an expert to check that. But again, there's supposed to be a windowsill there. Looks like they weren't going to do that. The old windowsill's still there and it's been plastered in situ. So I don't know what damage that's going to cause when that has to come off. We've got visible grip tape in the corners and generally very poor standard of finish. You can see there behind the purlin. The surface underneath that purlin over there is warped, but I don't think it'll come out on the camera. It's sort of bent one way at this side and the other way on the other, but that's not a huge deal, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, and there. Well, there's an attempt to repair that there, poorly. But essentially what's occurring is that the feet for the plastering edging, you know, the beading on the edge, the feet are protruding through the plasterwork.